Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Let's have another look at the Nintendo 64 core for the MiSTer FPGA by Robert Peip. Now, Robert is a core developing machine. Honestly, since I've gone back to work, I can't keep up. This is the first opportunity I got to look at a core that he released a couple of days ago. It's the first today. This was released on the 30th, yeah, so 2 days ago. This is the first chance I had. So guys, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is super appreciated. So the main thing about this core, just having a look at some of Robert's notes that he's posted with the core on the MiSTer FPGA Discord under the test builds. Now, if you want to get this core up and running for yourself, I have done tutorials previously as to how you can do it, and also there'll be an invite link to the MiSTer FPGA Discord in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. But the notes that he says are CPU. Fixed a bug in the data cache that led to random read value due to read while writing by exchanging BRAM to MLAB. Add several cache and DDR3 debug options. And finally, add generic handling for using lower clock for DDR3 and CPU. Default is back to 125 by 93 megahertz. Main thing in this core is some of the games that was slow, well, they're now faster. Okay, next up, sorry guys, I didn't mention the name of the first game, or at least if I didn't, that was Fighting Force, the first game, and this is Road Rash 64. Now, I'm really sorry I've turned the sound down in this because, hey, there's some rock music blasting, and I don't want to get like a copyright strike or a warning. And hey man, you know, the little ad revenue I get, hey, I do use it, so yeah, anyway, this is Road Rash 64, and I played like a couple of races on this, and it ran like pretty much fine. Like, you can see like around like the wheels of the bikes, there's like some black stuff floating around. But on the whole, to be honest, while I was even racing, I wasn't even paying attention to that. It's only now that I'm doing the voiceover that I can see that. And this game is actually all right. Like Road Rash, I think it was Road Rash and Road Rash 2 for the Mega Drive that I just absolutely loved. Nothing will ever beat that. But this isn't too bad. It just took a little while to kind of get used to it. But hey, definitely try out Road Rash 64. It plays nicely. Okay, this is San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing, I think that's what it's called. And some of the games that I'm actually showing here were requests made on comments of other N64 videos. And obviously me testing stuff as well. And guys, these games are running nice. And one other thing to point out, like there's an option to have the cache switched on, like I think it's a data cache on. I had that on for every game you're seeing in here. I only ever toggled it if it changed. Thanks Video Game Esoterica for that recommendation. But yeah, so everything here it was on, and yeah man, like the games, they're playing well. Like I'm not familiar with San Francisco Rush, but I know a lot of people like it and they've mentioned it. Obviously it's not perfect because we can see some abnormalities there, but it's not perfect. But you ask yourself, is it playable and is it fun? Well, that's for you to decide. I don't know this game, but I had fun playing this. I thought this played okay, and I do like these kind of viewpoints, even though I'm a more out of the car kind of view guy. Okay guys, this is a funny one. So I grabbed a bunch of Japanese games, and when I was looking at the games, I was trying to find the unique games that weren't out in different regions. Like, so if I was picking a selection of Japanese games, I wanted to pick games that were not out in Europe and the USA, for example. So one game that I saw in there was a game called Zoo, and this is the game here. I was expecting to see a platforming ant game, which is mediocre at best. I know it from the Amiga. They kind of tried to make it like the Amiga mascot, like Amiga's Sonic, Amiga's Mario, and it was just a average platforming game. And it was more like an advert because you had, you know, the lollipops, Chupa Chups, you had the adverts for them everywhere. And I thought, okay, that's weird. Why would Zoo, an Amiga platform game, make it over to a Japanese N64? It just didn't make any sense. And once I loaded this game, I realized it wasn't Zoo, and it's either some strategy, some RPG game, but a text heavy game for the Japanese N64. But hey, if you speak Japanese and you wanted to try this game, hell, well, you can. Okay, so here's another recommendation. Shadowgate 64. I don't really know much about this game. I think I remember a game called Shadowgate on the SNES, but I wanted to mix it up a little bit and try different stuff with this update. Well, this game runs. It looks like an adventure. It's definitely a slow burner. Let me know in the comments below if you played this on the N64? Did you have it? Like, guys, I never heard of this game until someone either mentioned it on a Discord, or I think someone mentioned it in the comments that they'd like to see it tested. But it looks like an adventure game. I don't know if it's very good or not. The controls are definitely weird, because remember, back then we didn't have a standard for controls. It's like you move the analog stick up, he looks down, it's like inverted. Maybe you can change the controls, and the C buttons are kind of to strafe and move around. I guess like early kind of FPS controls. But definitely let me know in the comments below what you think of this game. Is it good? Was it good? Anything about it, just share it. I know nothing of this game. I haven't even checked the review, and I'm not going to, because I want to know what you guys tell me about it. Okay, so guys, someone in the comments of the last video said, hey dude, try some wrestling games. So this is for you. I wanted to try some wrestling games. Now, I'm a WWF guy before it became a WWE. You know, it was Worldwide Wrestling Federation before it was Worldwide Wrestling Entertainment. But this is WCW, a wrestling thing I don't know much about. But I had a look at the characters, and there's a lot of characters there that I recognize. It wasn't like Andre the Giant, it was a giant. Hulk Hogan is called Hollywood Hogan, and it's slightly different. But hey man, it's got Macho Man Randy Savage in here, so that's what I picked. And I thought Hollywood Hogan. So not sure what the deal is. I don't really know much about WCW, but this crashed on me. Here you go, right there. So this was with the data cache on. I then tried it with the data cache off, and it didn't exactly crash with Hogan's foot in Macho Man's neck, but it did crash around the same time into the game. So hopefully in a future update, this will work a lot better, or not crash. Okay, so one of the games that we always look at, or there's a few games we always look at, and I guess in the amount of videos that I've done, we kind of vary it. So it's Mario Kart, it's Mario 64, and it's Star Fox. Well, this time I want to put Mario 64 in there, and honestly, with the data cache on, I don't know if it's just me, placebo, whatever, but you guys let me know. You guys let me know if you think this looks faster, but at least when I was playing it, to me it felt faster. Now, that could just be placebo, but man, did this feel good. Like, to me, like, it feels amazing. Like, it feels like it's complete. Now I'm sure there are some issues and some things still to fix, but man, does Mario Kart feel good. I mean, I played it when I was testing a controller the other day on the Nintendo Switch, and this version feels better than the Nintendo Switch version, which I guess is just an emulated version. But guys, the core is coming along. It's coming along fast. A lot of the games that suffered from slowdown now have you know, an option to turn a data or the data cache on. There's other options in there as well. I haven't messed around with too many. There's one that forces something. Don't know too much about it. If you do, discuss it in the comments below. But guys, this is I actually meant to press the invincibility star before that banana got me, but here you go. My timing was slow. But guys, yeah, this course coming along fast. Like, there's a good chance within the next day or two there'll be another update, and you know what, I think I'm gonna be able to make time to actually get more update videos out. So awesome stuff. That's really it for this video. Robert is just a non-stop machine. Support him over on Patreon if you can. Absolutely cool guy, releasing all these test cores you know, for free for us to try over on Discord. But I'm having a blast with this core. Now, I only tried 7 games in this video. I tried to do a little variety plus what you guys wanted to see. So, but that wraps up the video, guys. You can see Mario Kart. Man, it's looking good. So take care of yourself, take care of each other. If you're not subscribed to the channel, then hey man, a subscription and a like is super appreciated, and it don't cost you nothing. Anyway guys, this is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.